What's up, Odd Nation? Welcome back to the podcast. This was not the intention for today's episode. Today's episode, we were supposed to have a guest, and it was going to be outdoors. We were going to do an outdoor episode. Weather destroyed all of the plans. Welcome to Chicago. So now we're going to be doing this episode in front of a green screen. So I'm at least going to get something beautiful up for you guys. Let's cue some backgrounds. I like this one. All right. We're gonna stick with this background. And since we had to pretty much quickly put together this episode, I'm just going to talk about something that I wanted to talk about on an episode eventually anyways. I think this is really important. I think that this is more of a important message for an episode of a podcast. So without further ado, the background of what I'm going to be going over today is recently I decided to start going into the field of psychological mindset in terms of success, I guess you can say, for business. And it made me really realize that there is a huge spiritual part of the world that people in the business field, I realized, have a hard time grasping. And whether you want to admit it or not, it's a spiritual game these days. There's a lot of energies out there, and you have to pay attention to this stuff. So I'm going to give my first free lesson as today's podcast episode. Let me talk about manifestation. So I really got to thinking. Manifestation, I have noticed, is a extraordinarily hard thing to describe how to do, okay? Because it's not physical. It's something that you just kind of have to know, and it's not really explainable, you know what I mean? But I finally found an excellent way to explain how I think manifestation works. Now, real quick, don't judge me for my random plug, but if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. For the listeners on Spotify, thank you for the streams. I appreciate you guys. Let's go. But other than that, manifestation. So basically, this is how I see manifestation working. And this is the perfect way to sum it up. I finally figured out the perfect way to sum it up. So basically, manifestation is being able to create a world inside your head. Now, everyone says that you just envision it, but you don't just envision it like as a picture of a life or a future or whatever it is that you want. You have to envision it in great detail as far as the emotions and the feeling. How does it feel? How does it smell almost? And people are like thinking it's some magical trait or magical thing that's going on. Like, whoa, you can literally create like it's magic, but it's not magic. I realized it has nothing to do with magic. So here, let me break it down in an easy way to explain it. Do you remember as a kid going, for instance, I'm just going to say a random one, as a kid going across like the wood chips on a playground, on a park, or going across the monkey bars, or going across one of them little swinging things, or going down a slide? It felt so normal as a kid. Like, that's your everyday thing. It's just like, you know it like the back of your hand. It's your everyday thing. Now, if you were to go back right now and go and just play on a jungle gym or go down slides or go play on the monkey bars, it will feel weird. You will feel out of place. And the reason is because it's no longer part of your reality. You don't think about it anymore. And you can quite literally do that to your own current situation. So basically, when people say like envision something going on, like you can envision it so much that the real life version feels weird because that's not you anymore. It's not you in your head. It's not how you act. It's not how you think. So you eat, sleep, and breathe this new vision of yourself that when you can't even snap back into the regular version of yourself because it feels weird. That's not you. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this make sense, and I'm hoping I'm getting through if this makes sense. So basically it's like, and then once you do that, like once it feels weird to do something that's bad, like you're trying to change a bad trait about yourself, or you're trying to change something that you don't like through manifestation or something that you want to achieve, and the old way feels weird and your manifested new vision feels like the norm, then you've already done it, because then that old you literally won't be there to make those choices. You're going to make those choices off of what feels normal, and this no longer feels normal. And that is the key of manifestation. Literally, it's almost like a psychological tricking of your brain. And yeah, I wanted to get this off my chest. I was like, I've always wanted a way to break it down and explain manifestation in such a much more simpler way, because I think it's the ultimate key. I think manifestation is the ultimate key. I truly believe in it. And I think mindset and emotions and just simply being happy play a key factor in it, because everyone in their dream they envision themselves being happy. So if in your work life or what you're doing doesn't make you happy, you're not creating in the proper way, if that makes sense. So you just have to have your visions and your real life and emotions all align in one perfect direction. And that's kind of the key to everything. So we're going to get this business started. Like I said, I'm going to keep you guys filled in on how that goes. I hope I'm able to help somebody with this shorter episode. Like I said, we had so much more, but on the next week's episode, we are going to have a guest on, play some games, and we're going to bring a whole new, I guess you can say, style to the podcast. So if you haven't already, second plug, make sure you subscribe. Other than that, I love you guys. And as we always say, don't get even, get odd. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.